Okay, I just typed in investment risk calculator, came up with a couple of different options, whole thousands of different options really, and I happen to chose one of the top ones that are out there. This is from VISSF. They're an Australian-based financial services firm. I don't do business with them. I don't really know them, but I popped up with their calculator. I thought they had a kind of a nice, easy-to-use calculator that kind of looked nice on the screen too, but it was a nice, easy-to calculator. So I'm at VISSF in Australia. Here's the link up the top there, and it's under calculators risk profile. All right, so we're going down here. It says risk calculator. What risk profile is right for you? And then a lot of times what these calculators do is they'll give you a series of questions, and if you answer these questions, they'll give you an idea. They'll spit back a report saying, oh, you're an aggressive investor, or you're a conservative investor, or you're somewhere in between. So like here's an example of a question. I seek the maximum possible return even though it may take several years to recover from potential losses in an extended down market. Am I willing to take that risk or not? So let's say I agree with that statement. You might be different. Let's say I agree. Maybe I don't strongly agree, but let's say I agree. And then I click next. And then there's more series of questions. I'm uncomfortable with potential losses during extended down market. That way I prefer investments with the lowest possible risk regardless of return. So if I'm really risk averse, I might be like this and I would strongly agree, but I'm less like that. I'll say I disagree on that as well. And you go through these questions and what do you want to keep up with inflation? Yeah, I certainly want to do that. I'm willing to take risks to do that. Maybe I'll even strongly agree with that. And you go through and you answer the questions. There might be like a dozen questions typically in these types of risk calculators. I've done it, so I like a cooking show, where they show you how to make the item that they're cooking, and then they show you the finished product, so you don't have to watch it bake. That's kind of the same thing. You don't have to watch me answer all these questions, but to give you an idea what my report looked like when it came out. It said I had a score of 31. I'm not even sure what that means, but it does say that I have a balanced level of risk. And then it gives usually like a little statement here that I'm prepared to take with their goal of achieving high returns over the long term, so I'm able to take some risk, but I want those high returns over the long term. Yeah, that's certainly me. And I prefer to invest in a combination of growth and income assets, weighted more towards growth. And when they really talk in the green here with growth assets, they're thinking like stocks, and income assets being more like bonds would be another way to say it. So sometimes these calculators will spit out like this much in stocks, this much in bonds, this much in cash. Cash is the three main interesting. This one is kind of like growth and income. Green for, I would say, more like stocks, and gold there, or yellow for income. And it may invest 60 to 8% of your shares in property and stuff like that. So the breakdown of that number as for 60-80% breakdown between the two balanced levels. So I have this balanced level of risk where maybe I have 60-80% in growth and maybe 40 to 20% in income assets, or some type of balance with that. If I was a real heavy aggressive investor, it would be mostly all green, and if I was really more conservative, it would probably be mostly all yellow. And this is different for me. We were talking about how investing changes over time. When I was a younger investor, definitely would have been much more green, would have had some gold, but I had that longer time horizon. Now that I'm a little bit older and I'm looking at financial plans, I'm looking at retirement, I'm looking at what the future holds. I've had success with investing. Now it's a matter of maintaining and holding on to that and generating income from it. So that's where I'm still more balanced, even though I'm still looking for a lot of growth. Hopefully we'll live a long time, and so still have a long time horizon. But that's where where I come out on the score. It's not a yes or no, this is definitely who I am or definitely who you are. It's a way to get the conversation started and start thinking about the types of investments that you want to have in your portfolio.